Alright, what's up guys? As you can see here, I have a box for this. This is not the finished box, this is simply a prototyping box. I decided that as much of this crap as I think of, rather than trying to make a new housing every time I come up with an idea, I'd just make a giant oversized housing that I could test all my ideas in. As you can see, I've got almost as much room for electronics as I do for the battery. So, no concerns about running out of space. Why not? It's only my 2S LiPo with a single MOSFET, no PWM, just straight raw power. I've got an airflow control aluminum disc. You can see the slot there and there, which funnel the vapor out the side so I don't get hot vapor in my face, and let me turn them to adjust the airflow. They're the same width as the airflow holes in the top. Works extremely well. So, I think, and it's just me thinking, I'm thinking about starting up a weekly vlog. For no other reason than I really enjoy getting out here and doing videos. As a matter of fact, I record video basically almost every night. Once everybody in the house goes to bed, I come out here and sit down, screw around the garage, and talk about my day anyways, so I might as well post it, right? Let me know what you guys think. Should I start up a weekly vlog? I can talk about ideas that I've had, and maybe flush out some ideas for e-cigs and other things. I'm going to go ahead and show this to you. This is running around 700 watts, so it's still super wispy in this RDA simply because of the size, but the flavor is just freaking insane out of this thing. So there's a local vape shop that I frequent fairly often. Usually hang out, help repair mods that need fixed, shoot the shit, you know, hang out at the vape shop. Well, every once in a while I toss him a little something, he tosses me a little something. So today he tossed me one of his new flavors that he's working on. It's West Tulsa Vapor, by the way, if you're interested. This is apple candy energy drink, and this is perfect. This is right up my alley. It's the same kind of flavors I like. Very sweet, rich apple taste on the inhale. On the exhale, it's a very light, candyish. You can really taste the, well, I won't say energy drink. It tastes kind of to me like the powder or the Smarties. It's kind of what it tastes like. It's fantastic flavor, and a good way to break up the monotony of the same stuff that I vape all the time, considering that I pretty much exclusively vape what I mix myself. You may notice I'm wearing a jacket. I was wearing a beanie. It's about 20 degrees outside Fahrenheit. It's cold, very cold, and it's about 50 in here. And I'm just lazy and not willing to take the jacket off. I probably could and be fine, but why not? I'm comfortable. So, let's get this on the road. For starters, I think I finally found a LiPo I like for this. Found it on eBay of all places. It's Florian brand. They are manufactured in Japan by Florian. They actually produce their own LiPo cells. So 10,000 milliamp hour 25C 4S. That's a 250 amp 4S LiPo. 10,000 milliamp hours. That would last me a minute or two. Of course, with this thing, it would make it massively oversized. The LiPo is actually about the size of this housing. So I have to figure that out too. But it's only like $55, which is way cheaper than any other option that I have, and plenty of power. That would give me a safe running load of like a safe coil of like 0.07 approximately, maybe actually a little less than that. So that's really exciting. I'll be ordering that as soon as I can. In the meantime, I'm stuck using this box for this thing. I'll have to manufacture a new 510 for it and go through that whole process. But we'll get it figured out. You guys have no idea how good this tastes. So, if you watch my other videos, you may have heard me mention my buddy Boss. That's an old call sign from when we played Airsoft, and it's just stuck. He's actually, we called him Boss before Airsoft anyways. But we have been kind of tossing around the idea of starting a e-cig manufacturing business, if you will. More on the manufacturing R&D side of it. Obviously, if we're going to do this, the Maximus would be one of the first things I started producing. They would be limited runs because a lot of time to put into it. Obviously, if I'm doing that as a job, I could do a lot more of it. But kids, can't believe she's still up. That's my daughter. Anyways, what would you guys like to see? What kind of products would you like to see us produce and be made available? And more importantly, and this was Boss's idea, what would you guys be willing to invest into it? Whether through some sort of crowdfunding or more realistically, what would you like to see that would make you actually willing to purchase a product from us? Obviously, custom mods, RDAs would be completely, yeah, that's the whole point of doing it. For myself, and Boss as well, it's not about making, not about becoming millionaires. It's about making a decent wage doing something that we really enjoy, more than anything doing something that we really, really enjoy doing. And I mean, what's better than that? If we could make a living wage at it, that would be wonderful. That would be the epitome of what we've been aiming for all this time. But let me know what you guys think about that. What would you like to see us make, and what would you like to see made available to you for purchase? I mean, obviously we could do PWM kits, pre-made PWMs, all the fancy stuff, mods, RDAs. He's got a sweet idea for a multi-tool we're going to be flushing out here, hopefully in the next couple months. This is still very, very early on in the planning stages. We are not producing and manufacturing or selling anything right now, or probably for the next 6 months. But I've got the awesome think tank that you guys are, and who better to ask than the market, really. Oh, that is wonderful. Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. I will link the Facebook group in the description for you guys. Let me know what you think about me doing a weekly vlog. Oh, the pièce de résistance. Little back history before I show you this. My grandpa found this in a family storage area, whatever you'll call it. Been there for basically since it came here from overseas. I was originally told it was German. It may have been German used. I don't know. It is Swiss made. During World War I-ish. My great-great or great-great-great-grandpa, not sure which, brought this back from the war, World War One. I have looked it up based on the serial number and the manufacturing information, which is stamped on the blade, and I'll show you that. And I will post better pictures of this on the Facebook group. You can see it is, well as I can pronounce it, Waffenfabrik Neuhausen. Serial number 638067. You can see on the hilt. Got the spring clip for snapping to the rifle, and the underbarrel mount. This has double-sided spring clips to keep it from coming out outside of you wanting it to. This was made based on my research to mount to M1911 rifle. This is a huge bayonet, and it's actually not really sharp anymore. It got used a lot, apparently. There's some pretty good sized nicks in that blade. Not a whole lot of them, but considering that it's been in family storage basically since it was brought back, I'm inclined to believe that those were actually from combat. I don't know that for a fact, but that is my guess. Now, you may notice the blade is tapered. This side is flat, and this side is beveled like a chisel. I would imagine that that would be for ease of manufacturing and ease of maintaining it, sharpening it in the field. The back side is serrated all the way out to here, and these are some very heavy serrations you'll notice against my fingertip. They're huge. And now, starting right about, right in here, this whole section, the tips of these have been slightly rounded over from being pulled out of the scabbard. Still sharp as hell, and they are all pointed forward, I would assume, for maximum damage on insertion and easy release when you're pulling it back out. And it's got a bloodletting groove running the entire length of the serrations. Based on the information that I've been able to pull out of Google on this, and the information that I got from my grandpa, I could only imagine the stories that this has. This kind of stuff is just amazing to me. I love this kind of history. It's not often that you see it. Not often that you get to hold something like this in your hands and know that it's been there. It's just incredible to me. And it is not light. I mean, this was made to kill people. This had only one purpose. And I don't know for a fact. I would assume that this was probably made the length that it is for horses, but I don't know that. Obviously, you only need about 8 inches for a human torso, so I guess you could use this to get the guy in front of you and the guy behind him, if you had to. It's a wonderful piece of history right here. It's an incredible piece of history. If you guys are history buffs or know of places that I can find more information on this, please let me know. I've done some research myself. There's only so much you can pull up in a limited amount of time. But that's just an incredible piece of history right there. And this will be put away. I'm not going to have this out, not going to use it. Some people might look at that as a waste. This is an incredible piece of history. Still got a piece of the original leather strap on it. This is an amazing piece of history, and I don't want to ruin it by trying to use it. I have machetes for, survival stuff. I've got knives. I don't need this. This was not made for that sort of tool. I suppose I could hang on to it for the zombie apocalypse, but short of a zombie apocalypse, we'll just put this away and make sure it's stored well. The blade has actually still got oil on it. It's very thick, greasy oil. I don't know if that's just because of the age or if that was the type of oil or grease that was used on it. It's still in excellent condition. So we'll put this to the side, and every once in a while pull it out and stare at it and think about how crazy it would be to hear the stories it's got to tell. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know in the comments what you think, yet again. I was going to say something else, and I may have forgotten what it was. If you want to help get the proper box for this going a little quicker, I do have my Patreon set up, and I will link it in the description if you're interested. If not, that's cool. It's whatever. As of right now, only one person has gotten on there and pledged anything, and I have forgotten your name, and that makes me feel terrible. But I'm eternally grateful for your support, and you can be guaranteed that that is going towards the LiPo battery. The battery is without a doubt the most expensive part of building something like this, short of the actual labor cost in making it. The battery is the most expensive component. And I can't even build the housing till I have the battery, because I got to figure out how I'm going to build the housing. Vape on, guys.